lot of people are excited that Stephanie McMahon of the WWF is coming in here today.
Miss McMahon is not here yet.
Well, then I think we got to...
They called at 8:20, said there was some major problem on the West Side Highway, that they'd be here in 15 minutes, and they should be here any second.
All right. Take a couple of phone calls, and then I think I got a bail on Stephanie McMahon.
That window is closing.
She's a hot rich chick. What does anything matter to her?
If she had to earn money, she'd be here on time.
Stephanie, what I'm going to have you do is literally sign a release as we're walking you into the studio.
No problem.
What's going on, Stephanie?
There better not be any fine print. Not much.
Sign right here. John, put up a note.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? What happened,
Where do I
Steph?
sign?
A little late today?
Yeah.
She wasn't driving. Here, I'll hold it for you.
Thank you very much. Can you print my name?
Yeah, we'll take care of everything else.
Thank you.
Follow me. Headphones on. Stay close to the mic. The guy that'll be sitting to your right, Dave Chappelle, a comedian. Just so you're not
Great.
completely...
There's Stephanie. You're on.
very
We're about to cancel you, Stephanie.
We're bad-mouthing her.
Oh,
Come on in.
it's good to meet you.
That's Dave
Stephanie.
Chappelle. Hey, Stephanie. Nice to see you. How you doing? Take a seat, baby. Let's talk a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk WWF.
WWE.
WWE.
That's right. We got to change that F to an E.
WWE. How old are you now? Is that okay to ask?
Yeah, I'm 26. Actually, I just had a birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, baby. You're 26 years old, and your dad is Vince McMahon.
That's right.
And I've been saying you are the catch of the century because any guy who marries you might as well back up the Brinks truck right into Vince McMahon's house.
I've actually heard you say that before. No, I'm not single. I'm actually dating Triple H.
Yeah.
No, but you're not married. Is what
Oh, no,
I'm
no, no. I'm not married.
Okay.
Well, and what's the deal? Like, you've always been involved with the WWE. I mean, you've always...
Did you ever try to do anything else?
Hell
I never
no.
wanted to do anything else, really. Actually, I've worked for the company since I was about 12 in different ways.
What did you do at 12? Which division did you run?
I was a receptionist, actually, for about 2 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So your dad always brought you up to be in the family business, right?
Well, my dad always wanted us to have a job, and I really wanted to be in the family business. He left it up to us.
And you got, what, 2 brothers?
One brother.
One brother. He's in the business, too.
Yes.
And I guess when your dad retires, you guys take over the mother load, right?
Well, hopefully.
That's the plan.
I mean, he wouldn't cut you out, would he?
Oh, yeah, he could,
Is he a good dad? Is he like a nice guy to deal with?
He's a great dad.
He is?
Yeah, and very entertaining.
And if you said he wasn't a great dad, would he disown you?
No.
Do you have your own house, or do you live with your dad at his compound?
No, I have my own house.
And dating Triple H, we had Chyna on the show. She's furious with you.
Yeah.
She said bad things about you.
I'm sure she did.
She said that you stole her man, and that Triple H now was going to be your bitch because if this is just me paraphrasing.
Right.
If Triple H doesn't do what, Stephanie McMahon wants him to do, that'll be the end of his career. So he has to mind his P's and Q's. Is any of that true?
Well, I'm sure, certainly from her point of view, I'm the bitch of the whole scenario.
Because you stole her man.
Right.
But wasn't it easy to do because you look like a woman?
You're
not all muscular and big?
Things just sort of happened there, and, there's always a lot of sides to every story, but, definitely was a big deal for Triple H to date me because, in a way, she's right. I mean, not that my father would necessarily fire someone for doing something to me, but I'm sure it would come into play. Like, if he cheated on me and I was heartbroken over it, I'm his daughter.
He'd get rid of Triple H.
Well, he wouldn't fire him, but, it wouldn't be a good situation.
You'd fire him. You'd find a way to get rid of him. Why not? Why not?
And you change their storyline. You ruin them. You can ruin them.
Yeah, you could ruin them.
You could.
So it's dangerous in a way for him to date you, isn't it?
It was a big deal. It was a really hard decision for both of us to make, more so for him, I think.
Really? But you were so attracted to him because he's very muscular and manly.
I just was attracted to him in every way.
So you're going to marry him?
Was he with Chyna? Was that sort of an attraction? Like, what kind of guy would be?
Did you think he was a freak? Because Chyna's very freaky looking.
I actually have always thought that Chyna was pretty incredible.
Yeah, but not beautiful.
I do think she's beautiful, but I grew up in a world of bodybuilding and.
But wait a second. Don't you think a guy who goes out with like a she-man, don't you think that he's like a fetishist?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I actually thought it was pretty cool that he didn't care what other people thought about her. I mean, he really, he was in love with her,
So so he was in love with her, but how did you get Triple H away from Chyna?
Well, he was in love with her at one time. They were, but by the time I came around, things weren't so good.
Right.
From as I understand it.
Yes.
But they were still living together.
They were still living together, and, there's a whole lot more detail that I'm not.
What happened? She wasn't putting out?
I don't know. That I didn't even want to know.
Yeah.
But by the time, Triple H and I started our on-screen storyline, we just sort of had great chemistry, and it just went from there.
He bangs you very good.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
When I like it hard.
Yeah. Sometimes soft.